We're actually going to be looking at some statistics and data here that you're probably going to be shocked to hear. Don't beg 30% of you that have not smashed the ever-living crap out of that subscribe button. Smash it so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So, we actually have a breakdown of some very interesting data here from Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel as they celebrate their 1-year anniversary and has grown to become Konami's second largest mobile game revenue share in Japan. Now, you're probably going to take a second to read that and you're going to be like, Master Duel has become their second largest game? Well, I'm not spending any money on Master Duel, says some of the community, but that's not where a lot of this revenue is coming from. It's actually from the OCG side of things here. So the mobile version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master released on January 22nd, celebrated its first anniversary. So yeah, the game is officially a year old now, and the ranking has gone up significantly. So what do we got here? So Master Duel gaining support not only in Japan, but also in the United States and South Korea. Speaking of Konami sports games such as Professional Baseball Spirits, eFootball are famous, but the world-famous Yu-Gi-Oh! IP card game is also very popular. The mobile version of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel version released in January features cross-platform play in addition to mobile versions. We all know this. According to Sensor Tower here, Store Intelligence data, the global mobile version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel has generated more than $130 million in 2022 revenue. Looking at the revenue share by Japan market, making up Japan of 77% and the United States ranked second with 11%, with South Korea ranked in third. Now, think about that for a second. 77% of this overall revenue that's being generated here in the first year was actually from the OCG, with only 11% for the US. To anybody that says that this game was not a huge success in the OCG, you're crazy. All right, they have wanted the chance to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Mobile games. I mean, look at the reason why Shadowverse and games like that actually have success over there. It's because these actually work out really well. Now, Germany and the United Kingdom, France, etc. also made up the top 10. Although this share of the revenue is small, indicating that they have gained a certain level of supporters in the European market, which is good. Which is very good. Now, according to Sensor Tower, usage intelligence data, Yu-Gi-Oh!, the age groups for 18 to 24 is stronger in the U.S. Now, that's actually interesting. While the group for 45 to 54 is the largest in South Korea. Now, that's actually kind of interesting here. Actually, the fact that younger kids are picking up Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now and actually playing this in the U.S. is very, very interesting. I don't think I would have actually considered that. But also older duelists playing the game in Korea is kind of interesting. I really wouldn't have considered that, honestly. So that's just having that little piece of data just for marketing overall is just huge knowledge. First place in the mobile card game battle genre in 2022 increased by more than 100 ranks on the day of the first anniversary campaign. Now, this is kind of cool. So the mobile version of Master Duel will celebrate its first blah, blah, blah. All right, starting with the implementation of the card of the Dark Magician, scheduled until April 10th. All right, and you get up to 1,000 gems. Coinciding with the start of this event, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel has shown a sharp rise in its top earnings in the Japanese store. It was ranked at 108th on February 13th, but on February 14th, the day the campaign started, it ranked up to 4th, an increase in more than 100 ranks. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel occupies an important position to the Konami publisher here, which is kind of interesting. In addition to another title of the Yu-Gi-Oh! IP, Duel Links also came in 5th place. Both games in the Yu-Gi-Oh! IP titles have a market share of over 20%, which indicates that the Yu-Gi-Oh! Mobile games are contributing significantly to the company's earnings. That's very, very crucial to know, that we are seeing these amazing spikes in terms of numbers here, just being generated from this, which is very, very interesting. I really do like that. I will say that that's kind of impressive, once again. Just the fact that you really got to consider, in terms of these numbers here for revenue, like good stuff to Master Duel, in terms of pulling this off. After looking at the mobile card battles in the world from Yu-Gi-Oh! 2022 to January 23, Master Duel is ranked first. Duel Links is also ranked fourth, showing that the strength of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series in the card battle genre, even in the Japanese market over the same period, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is number one, more than double Shadowverse. Now keep in mind that Shadowverse has been a huge market contender for mobile games. The fact that this just shattered Shadowverse's numbers in terms of its representation is absolutely amazing. Sensor Tower store intelligence users can see the historical performance metrics as well as estimates of app revenue and app download. Okay, also the data does not include third-party Android market data and blah, blah, blah. That's very, very interesting. Overall, when you're looking at this, though, Master Duel more than doubling Shadowverse. eFootball coming in, lower places here. I'm not surprised by any of this data, and I don't think that you really should be either. I think that based on everything that we have seen here, especially, overall for the competition down here, while Master Duel didn't crazily take off here on our side of the thing, making us put down our actual trading cards, it did have an impact on things. It gave players an alternative method to play the game. Now, once again, of course, in Japan with players, going, oh my gosh, like I can actually, play Yu-Gi-Oh! On the go. Like this is everything that I have ever wanted to me. A lot of the TCG player mentality is, like we don't have 2 out of 3 format. We don't actually have, we have to do a max C in the game. And that becomes a turn-off issue that players don't really want to deal with here. And I get that. I get at the end of the day that not having those particulars, not having access to the side deck, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, at least on our side, don't want to deal with, 1 out of 1 format. And we've seen that the OCG has had success with 1 out of 1 format. I'm not going to take that away from them. I get that. They've had YCSs that have been 1 out of 1 formats, no side decks, haha, my opponent didn't draw the out, today's a lucky day for me, the event. That's good. I'm also surprised, just looking at this data though, in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links still coming in 4th place overall for these particulars. I do think that's kind of interesting. I felt like there's been a drop in terms of Duel Links content towards Master Duel, but it's very important to note that Master Duel is having success out here. Whether or not we want to acknowledge it or not, it's good. The fact that, once again, Japan is the biggest part of this pie chart with the U.S. coming in second here, and then you're following up with South Korea is very good. And then, the European representation here in the top 10 is very, very, very good. And also, again, the fact that the 18 to 24 group for the U.S. is actually kind of dominating is kind of interesting. I like what I'm seeing here. So what do you guys think about this data? I think it's always very interesting to learn about the statistics and things that are being presented out here in terms of the game, just to kind of have an idea of how things are going and how popular the game actually is. And yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has never been better. So guys, please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.